Hello and welcome back to Kayla Inspires. Today we are going to be working on part 2 of our goal setting series. If you've missed part 1, then it will be linked below. I would recommend that you go watch that before you watch this one. In part 1 we talked about how to set goals, we set up some SMART goals, and we talked about some of the things that prevent us from achieving goals, and also set some intentions for these goals that we have for ourselves. So now we're ready to move on to part 2. So this is my goal setting process. So this is a technique that I developed through trial and error. I developed this and worked on this in the last couple of months as I myself started noticing that when I set more intentional monthly goals and I started to kind of track weekly, I became so much more successful in my goals. Alright, so one of the things that is important, so last time we talked about setting some really big goals. We talked about the reasons why those goals are important, and we kind of like really journaled through the process. And so now you have some goals that you are invested in, that you are willing and able to work towards. So you're ready to jump onto these goals, right? We talked about some of the goals that we may not be ready for. So hopefully you were able to set up some SMART goals that you are ready, you are invested in, and that you're going to work towards. So now we're going to move on to setting an action plan. So the action plan that I kind of developed was setting up, basically breaking up those big goals into smaller goals. So if you remember, or if you watch part 1, I talked about one of my big goals is to increase my subscribers on this channel. I set a really high goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I did that purposely because if I set a nice big goal, then I'm going to work hard to achieve it. I'm very far from it. Right now I might have about 20 subscribers, but the goal is that if I can set more intentional goals every single month and break those down into weekly action steps, I will have a plan to get there. Alright, so the first step is kind of what I was just talking about, is we want to break down big goals into smaller monthly goals. So again, using the example of getting 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, what will that look like every single month? So it's about that big goal, breaking it down into monthly action steps. So in order to make those big goals less overwhelming, breaking them down into smaller goals is going to be the best way for you to go. Like I said, this is a plan or a technique that I developed, and it has worked really good for me, and so I would recommend this plan. Okay, so before we move on, what I also did was I created a goal planning journal that actually has these actual steps in there. So I'll share with you guys. So what you would do is you would create your monthly goals. So you have those big goals. Now break those down into monthly goals. So one of the goals that I do every single month is post at least one video per week this month. And so for the past couple of months, that's what I've been working on. My big goal would be increase my subscribers on my channel. And so my monthly goals is that every month I'm going to post at least one video per week on my channel. And so that's how that big goal gets broken down into these small goals. The next step is that you will create weekly action steps, okay? So like, remember, you might write down this goal, but if you don't put an action plan and create some really consistent and intentional action steps, the likelihood that you're going to achieve this goal is very low. So one of the things that really helped me was writing down 4, I like to do 4. You can, do less or more. I like to do 4 goals, and then I break those 4 goals into weekly action steps. So you're going to take your monthly goal and you're going to set up weekly action steps. So this is going to help you to stay in momentum. This is going to help you to stay in action towards those goals every single week. And when you break them down into small, manageable steps, then it's like you feel like you are more in control. Then looking at the big goal, like just feeling overwhelmed, it makes it really difficult. Okay, so what that would look like for my goal is that I will write down a weekly action step. So for me, it was learning how to time block sometime on Saturday and sometime on Sunday to record and to edit. So if I have a specific weekly action step, then it's going to help me to reach that goal. So if I have a clear plan that I'm going to time block 2 hours on Saturday to record, 2 hours on Sunday to edit, it's going to be more likely that my video will be completed and ready to post on Monday, which was kind of like the schedule that I had for myself. All right, so basically what I'm saying is that you want to add your action steps into your planner or calendar. So adding your action steps into your planner, again, it becomes more intentional. So again, we can have our goals written down, we can have this goal planner, but if I am not looking at them and I haven't like scheduled them into my calendar, into my day, then it's going to bring down the likelihood that I'm going to follow through with it. And this is a plan that actually works because I have tried it. So what I have done is I wrote these weekly action steps, and then I go into my planner, I open up my planner, and then I go ahead and I time block. And this is kind of like, for me, it's been like a trial and error. So like at first I time blocked just 3 hours on Saturdays to record and edit. And then I realized that I wanted to start batching videos. So then I kind of adjusted it each week, which is really important because that has helped me to adjust my plan. So if one week I say to myself, I'm going to time block 2 hours to record and to edit, and then I realize that either it doesn't give me enough time or it's too much in one day because like our brain can only like take so much. And so I've adjusted it throughout the weeks. And so I'm able to really kind of adjust my weekly action steps. So if I refer back to the following week, so the first week I said I was going to time block 2 to 3 hours to record and to edit on Saturday. And then I realized it was a bit too much. It's just I was cramming too much in at one time. So then the next week I was able to adjust it. And I said, okay, I'm going to time block 2 hours on Saturday to record 2 videos, and then I'm going to time block 2 hours on Sunday to edit, right? And so then I tried that out, and that worked so much better. So I was recording, you know, a video on Saturday, editing on Sunday, posting it on Monday. And then as time went on, I said, well, if this works out really good and I follow through, then I can add another video. So I can go from recording 1 video to 2 videos, editing 2 videos, and now I have 2 complete videos that I have recorded and ready to post on my channel. So that is part 2. So just to kind of review, right? Part 1, we kind of set some goals. You set some really big intentional goals. And then in this part is you're going to take those big goals and you're going to break them down into smaller monthly goals. You're going to take those monthly goals and you're going to set up weekly action steps. And then those weekly action steps you're going to add into your planner or calendar so that you can hold yourself accountable on reaching those action steps. So that's all for today. So you got your goals. So now your job is to take those big goals and break them down into small monthly goals, create some action steps for yourself, and add those to your planner. When we come back next time, we're going to talk about how can we check in with ourselves to make sure that we are on the right path or to make adjustments as needed. And if you're interested in my goal planning journal that has all this already for you for every single month, I will link the shop down below so that you can go ahead and purchase that if you desire. Or else you can just do it in your regular planner, regular journal. Anything will work. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed part 2 of my goal setting series. And if you want to continue to follow along, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the like button and definitely share below anything that you think this video has inspired. Have you tried this technique? Do you set monthly goals, or is this something that you think will be very helpful and will help you to achieve those big goals? I hope to talk to you soon.